Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. Our project today is this box here. Very pretty little box and quite a good size actually. Quite a roomy little box to put, could put toiletries or some sweets and chocolates, all sorts of things, even some candles in there. And this is the box I made for our blog hop, which was all about new products from the spring summer catalogue. I decided to go with using the Lovely Flowers edgelet dies, which is what cut my border here. Here's the set of dies itself. So this is the border die that we're going to use, and you can see that it's got some bits that cut and actually some bits that emboss as well. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but there are some little embossed bits around my border as well on each side. It's got an edge that you can use to cut the edge, so one of these sides is a cut side and one of them isn't, so you can cut, you've got a border to cut there that will line up with it, so you can line things, you can cut things and line them up. I'll show you that in another video, it's difficult to explain. Then you've got some little foliage dies, little sprigs and leaves and things, and then you've got a few dies that cut out things in the stamp set. This is the coordinating stamp set, Forever Lovely, and you've got some dies that cut out some of these elements there. And then, so these are all the ones that cut out the die set elements. Then you've got these two lovely little corners which just make very sweet little decorated corners, and I'll show you those in another video as well. And then 4 little flowers, really sweet. I really like those and I've used those on a project. Oh, and then this corner die, so another to decorate the corner of a rectangle or something. So lots of value there. We're going to be using this die today, and what you need to start with to make your box is the colour that you're going to use for your base. On this one I used Calypso Coral. Today I'm going to be using Bermuda Bay, and I've cut my cardstock to 8 inches by 8 inches. So I'm just going to bring in my scoreboard and I'm going to score my 8 inches at 2 inches each side. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've done that. Then going to burnish them like so, and that's the basis of our box. We're then just going to cut, take our paper snips, cut up here, turn round, cut up here, turn round, cut up here, turn round, and cut up here and turn round. And then you just want to go back across these and just wedge these a little bit. So I'm going to bring in, it's quite big, I'm going to bring in my bigger scissors to do this because it will be easier with longer blades on the scissors. I can get the whole thing in. There we go. So just a little wedge off each side, so this will then fold really nicely. Get that bit out of the way. So today I'm going to use tear and tape to stick mine, but you might want to use Tombow. I would normally use Tombow, but it just takes a little bit too long to dry in the videos while I'm working with you. These products are really lovely. I've made several projects with this set of this bundle of products, which I'll be bringing you over the next few weeks. And don't forget, if you do want to order and you spend £45, you can actually choose a free Celebration item, and there are some lovely things in the Celebration catalogue this time. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape on each of our tabs, a couple of strips on each. I know it's tear and tape, but I've hurt my thumb. I don't know if you can see on camera that I've got a split in the skin, and even tearing the tape is agony at the moment, so I'm not tearing it, I'm cutting it. Would be slightly quicker if I could tear it, but hey ho. And this is going to form the base of your box, which is the way that we make lots and lots of boxes. This is nothing new. So there we go. And one more along there. There we go. And then I'm quickly going to take off the backing of my tear and tape and build my box, the base of my box. We're then going to come in and make the lid, which is the fancy bit of our box. So we've got the tear and tape, so just line up the corners and stick. If you do it with Tombow, of course, you'll have a bit of wiggle room to do it. Take off the tear and tape, and got an awful feeling my husband is going to come and interrupt in a minute. He's just gone out to get our tea, and I'm decided to tape a quick video, so if we get an interruption, you'll know who it is. He's probably going to bang on my door and say tea's ready. I hope it is, because I'm starving. There we go. Had lots of you taking advantage of the Celebration offer at the minute. Lots of people liking the free items and ordering, so if you'd like to order, please feel free. If you go down below my video, all the information you need will be there, so you can go over to my blog, and from there there's a shop now button, and there's also a link to my shop down below in the description, and there'll be a link to this blog post so you can see what I'm doing. Right, there's the base of our box. Okay, now to make the top of the box, come in with an 8x8 piece of thick Whisper White. This is our thick Whisper White card, and again I'm going to score, and I'm going to score at 2 inches, but what I'm going to use is a shim. Where have I put my scorer? I'm going to use a small shim that I'm going to line up against the edge of the board here, so that the lid is going to be slightly bigger than the base, so that it will fit properly. So you don't want it ever so much, so just very slightly. There we go. So just keep that shim there, and do like that. Okay, so they're scoring at 2 inches all the way around. Okay, now we're not going to cut this one at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to come in and, well, first of all we can burnish all those folds like so. There we go. And then we're going to come in with the die, and we're going to place the die on here, so that the big rose, this is the big rose, that one wants to be near the top, near the join, and it needs to be about 1/4 inch down, and then it needs to be central, so that these bits hang over a little bit over our fold lines, which is fine, about there. And I just use a tiny bit of washi tape to hold it in place, and then that can go through the big shot, but it can't go through the big shot as it is because it's too wide, so you will have to bend one piece back. Now I've got one that I've already started, so I've done 3 sides of this. I didn't think you wanted to watch me doing loads of die cutting, so I've done 3 sides. So I've put it in, put the die on there, held it down, this bit has been folded over, put it through the big shot. So I'm just going to show you with the very last one. So put that there, about 1/4 inch from the top of the big rose, and make sure that these bits are evenly spaced over there. Hold it in place with washi tape, fold that bit down, otherwise it won't fit through your big shot. Bring in my antique big shot, some of you will already see my antique plates as well, still going strong, seen a lot of use, and then just push that through your big shot to cut that. And when you come to take it out, it is quite tricky. I'm going to put it through 2 times. I'm going to go through once, and then I'm going to push through again, because otherwise it might not cut completely. It does cut really well, this die, but just to be sure, just going to take the big shot away, take off my washi tape, and then take the die off. So you need to be very careful about peeling this, because it's very easy to rip. There's some very delicate little pieces, and it will try and stick in the die. Oh, it's coming off okay actually. There we go, and it's just these pieces here. Just very carefully lift them out, those pieces. Just peel them out. There we go. And you've got a few bits and pieces left in there, so you can either, oh, if I can reach my brush, you can use your brush to just release those pieces. Very quick to do, or you can just poke with a pin or something like that. Okay, so now we've got our box that looks like that, our box lid. Just going to take the pieces out of my die as well, because we're going to need that again in a moment to do the other part of the lid. But looking at the time, that's probably going to have to be on the next video, because I can't video for longer than 16 minutes. We're getting to there. Right, there we go. So now this is what we actually need to get. I've done a pro forma. This is what you need to end up with. So this is what we have at the minute, and this is what we need to end up with. So I've cut flaps, I've cut the flaps here, and then cut 2 triangles, and the same at the other side. So I'm going to move that. So I'm going to take this, so I'm going to cut up here, and then I'm going to cut a triangle shape. Has to be triangle, because otherwise it will show, and then you can just trim this bit off, so that when it fixes, it goes behind there and doesn't show through the gap that you've got. So I've done that piece. I'm now going to show this piece. Cut, and then cut a triangle, and then turn it round and do the same on the other side. So you're gonna, let's just cut that bit off, it's getting in the way. We're going to cut up here and then form a triangle, and then cut up here and then form a triangle. There we go. And then we just need a little tiny bit of tear and tape on here, if I can find the end. There it is. So a little bit of tear and tape on each of those triangles. Oh, I just need to cut this bit off there. There we go. There you go. There we go. Hear my family arguing outside my door. Hope you can't overhear that. So there we go. And last one. And then just take off each piece of tear and tape. Very roughly. There we go. Take off each piece of tear and tape and just bring that, and we're hoping that this box lid is going to fit nicely. So this bit next, just fit the triangle under there and bring it to close. There, that's one side of our box lid made. And oh, I haven't finished trimming this bit. Let's trim this off. There we go. Take off my tear and tape. And I am going to have to come back and do the decoration on the lid next time. There we go. There on there. And the last one. It's a little bit fiddly because you can't put it flat. There. And that's your box lid made. And we're hoping that that is going to go on our box and fit beautifully. You need to be a bit careful. There's so many little intricate bits of the die. Oh, that's a bit stuck. That's not gone down the right way. Let's get that. So it is a bit tricky, but it will fit. And you don't want it too loose. That's the thing. You don't want to do it too big, but you don't want to do it too so it's too loose. There we go. That's in there. No, that bit doesn't want to go. Might have needed a slightly bigger shim. Oh no, that's fine. There you go. I quite like that because I like it being nice and flush. There we go. How beautiful is that? So we're going to come in and next time do the lid, and I'll show you how I did the lid. But that's the base of your box. Really pretty little gift box, I think. So thanks for watching. Don't forget all the information on the description below, and I'll see you soon. Be back next time with the next part of the box. Thanks very much for joining me today. Bye bye.